7 productivity tips proven to be worth millions. Let's be real, we all want to make $1 million, but for most people, it's never gonna happen. In 2023, just 1.1% of people on Earth were millionaires. So, it doesn't matter what you want. It matters what you do. Now, when it comes to boosting your productivity, there is plenty of self-help bullshit available, but usually this material is produced by people outside of the 1% who are just looking to make a quick buck off your motivation. They couldn't care less if you make your millions or not, so long as they get theirs. For the sake of this video, let's keep that merry-go-round and take a look at some productivity hacks used by actual millionaires such as me and my friends that have been proven to work. So here are 7 of the best advice free of charge. The first one is eat that frog. Eating the frog refers to tackling your biggest and ugliest task of the day first, getting it out of the way so that you are free from stress and worry. The phrase is actually a reference to a Mark Twain quote, which states, "If it's your job to eat a frog, it's best to do it first thing in the morning. And if it's your job to eat 2 frogs, it's best to eat the biggest one first." Usually, we tend to avoid and put off the more difficult tasks until they become absolutely necessary. This often results in lots of time being wasted through procrastination and avoidance. So, the idea of eating a frog is not something that appeals to most people. In fact, many people are grossed out by the idea. However, if you are required to do something unpleasant that you should face for your biggest worry, your biggest frog, head on and eliminate it as soon as possible. And as a consequence, you will see many benefits to your work schedule and your moral afterwards. Just imagine, the most annoying thing of your day is gone. Then after, everything looks easy. The second thing, and the most important for me, is use time blocking. One of the wealthiest men on the planet, Elon Musk, planned his day in advance with a skillfully designed schedule that employs a technique called time blocking, also known as time boxing. This involves dividing up your working day into 5-minute sections or time blocks and filling each block with an important task. It involves estimating how long a task will take overall and sticking strictly to the timetable. Not only does this help Elon Musk or any other people to visualize and mentally prepare for the day, it also keeps up a sense of urgency and leaves no room for any drop in productivity. Time blocking practically forces you to fill up free time with planned commitment. In doing so, you're avoiding the effects of Parkinson's law, which say that work will be dragged out to last longer if there is time available for it to do so. Essentially, by imposing strict deadlines and filling up your schedule, you force yourself to work harder and more consistently. So imagine you are waking up, you know that you have 5, 6, 7 things to do. You don't know how to organize your day and you're gonna be lost. But if today before going to sleep, you analyze your 6 tasks, you say, okay, this one needs 50 minutes, this one needs 30 minutes, this one needs 5 minutes. Then you plan your day, you schedule everything into a time box. Then you just wake up, follow the plan you wrote the day before, and then your day is gonna be way more easier and way more efficient. The third one is surround yourself with winners. Becoming a millionaire is impossible to do on your own. You are going to need the support of others, like colleagues, friends, or even family. Even Warren Buffett, who made most of his $67 billion fortune through savvy financial investment, recognized the importance of having other people around you. He's a big believer in associating with people who inspire you. In an open chat with Bill Gates at the Columbia University in 2017, Buffett said something very important. You will move in the direction of the people that you associate with. So it's important to associate with people that are better than yourself. You want to associate with people who are the kind of person you would like to be. You will be in the same direction. And even deeper, he continued by promoting the importance of having a supportive spouse or friends, and noted that success is rarely achieved by going it alone. Because you can try to become successful, but if you don't have any friends to put you down, to hurt, control you, because they know the real you and not the business you, it won't work. So always have the right people. The fourth advice is be proactive and not reactive. So what's the difference between those two? A proactive person is someone who creates or controls a situation, whereas someone who is reactive, he adapts to a situation on the fly and when they happen. Reactive people tend to be very busy and thrive off of the adrenaline of a problem, navigating their way to the cow. However, it can be a very stressful way to do business, and not being prepared for the future can lead to problems which can become time-consuming or even impossible to dig your way out of it. A lack of foresight can lead to a business getting stuck in the mud, not moving with the time and being surpassed by more innovative industries. For these reasons, reactive people are more suited toward middle management or entry-level jobs, rather than making the decision which affects the future of a company. Scholars and academics widely agree that a proactive approach to business is way better in order to become successful, especially if you are self-employed, an entrepreneur, or aiming for a high-level management role. In one of my favorite books, Stephen Covey, author of the book The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, explained how a proactive approach encourages growth. He states, words for words, if you're proactive, you don't have to wait for circumstances or other people to create perspective expanding experience. You can constantly create your own. Now, what I would like to tell you is try to start each day with a proactive mindset. Look to learn from situation and consider how the knowledge you gain can be applied to making your life easier. Analyze and try to pre-implement problems, then come up with a solution to prevent them from happening again in the future. The fifth one, and this is more on the theory, is think ocean. Many students have been performed over the years to try to identify the characteristics that leads to success. Of course, personality is not the only factor that determines whether a business thrives or fails. The main thing behind the product or service on offer. If two identical startups were found by different people with different strategies and ideologies, you would find that success of those businesses would be very different as well. And it's true, since the 1980s, numerous research have referred to the Big 5 model, a list of 5 personality traits said to influence career choices and performance at work. These traits can be remembered by the acronym OCEAN. So, the letter O stands for openness. In other words, a personal willingness to try new things, take on a challenge and think about your unusual concepts. The C go for consistency, the ability to organize, prioritize, and pay attention to deal. E is for extraversion, which is how a person interacts with others and deal with attention in social situations. The letter A symbolizes someone's agreeability, an interest in helping others, feeling empathy, and contributing to other people's happiness. And finally, the letter N denotes neuroticism. This refers to how well a person copes with stress and their mood, such as if they get upset or angry easily. These 5 characteristics are believed to apply to almost everyone. One study found that the Big 5 model could be used to describe the personalities of people from over 50 different cultures. More to the point, researchers believe that a person's level within these categories contribute heavily to their likeliness of becoming a productive entrepreneur. And you know what? It's true. For you, just think about it. If a person lacks certain qualities present in these models, he will probably be less likely to achieve success as an entrepreneur. For example, someone who's extroverted and willing to take calculated risk but lacks experience or knowledge of their chosen industry is very unlikely to do well. So take a good look, and if there are areas where you think you can improve, put the effort in to do so. The 6th advice, and this one is probably the second most important one for me, is create your perfect workspace. An easy way to boost productivity, especially if you are working from home, is to create the perfect workspace. Believe it or not, there are delicate balance when it comes to choosing the best spot to work or study. You need a place that's comfortable, but not one that's so relaxing you end up falling asleep. For some people, that means working on a desk. Others do better on the couch or at the kitchen table. Working from your bed, however, is rarely a good idea, even though you think it is. Noise is another important factor to consider. It's hard to focus if your kids are being loud or there is construction going on outside your window, in which case it's worth you while moving to a quieter place, bet it a cafe or a library. Noise cancelling headphones can help to limit distraction, but your choice of music is crucial too. It's often better to listen to quiet instrumental music rather than loud tunes with catchy lyrics. It means how can you expect to concentrate when all you want to do is sing along to your favorite playlist? And if song lyrics are distracting, just imagine what an attention sucker the TV can be. It's best to avoid the allure of Netflix and try to study in a place where there is no TV screen altogether. One thing you do need is snacks. A growling stomach can pull your mind away from your work, so feel free to stock up on high energy food like nuts, grapes and dark chocolate. Obviously, the healthier the better, and steer clear of items that are high in sugar, fat and processed carbs. And finally, the advice number 7, have an end goal and take risks. This is what people always forget, but this is crucial. It's fine to take inspiration from others, but the highest earning CEOs and entrepreneurs haven't risen to the top simply by following others. They are pioneers and are always looking to break new ground. They aren't afraid to stand out or fail, because any failure is simply seen as a lesson and something to bounce back from with renewed energy and increased knowledge. The billionaire, the CEO of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, he always attributes much of his success to his higher risk, higher reward strategies and the innovative nature of his company. He always says on the interview, you have to be willing to misunderstood if you're going to innovate. And if you double the number of experiments you do per year, you are going to double your inventiveness. The fact that he's currently worth billions, almost 200 billion, is giving me a total trust in his advice. But we can take other people. Look at Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, now called Meta, obviously. He's a billionaire philanthropist, advocates who push boundaries and breaking the rules from time to time. And that comes from his own words. Move fast and break things. Unless you are breaking stuff, you are not moving fast enough. He stated that it's also important to be motivated by a cause and have a passion for what you do. He even said it, Facebook was not originally created to be a company. It was built to accomplish a social mission, to make the world more open and more connected. Totally contrary to what some people may believe, the most successful business owners are often motivated, not just by money, but by integrity and the direction of a strong moral compass. Nothing is better for productivity than staying focused on your end goal, keeping your motivation high while taking risks and finding new ways to implement your ideas. And that's it. No meaningless buzzwords or empty nuggets of encouragement. Simply 7 tips employed by me as a businessman, by my friends, that have already proven to boost productivity and be worth millions. If those advice help you the next few years, you can always come back in the comment and tell me thank you, Switzy. But I sincerely hope they do, and hey, we all need to start somewhere, so now let's go make our millions and trust in you.